Why do so many? I was thinking, oh wait, here, I got the copy pasta. I was thinking about why so many in the radical left participate in speedrunning. The reason is the left's lack of work ethic. Go fast rather than do it right. And, in a Petersonian sense, to elevate the sexual archetypes in the marketplace. Fastest Mario. Obviously there are exceptions, and to this, some people more than the center or right also speedrun. However, they are more than sufficient to prove the rule rather than contrast it. Consider how woke GDQ has been, almost since the beginning. Your eyes will start to open. Returning to the topic of work ethic, a speedrunner may well extend hours a day at their craft, but this is ultimately a meaningless exercise, since they will ultimately accomplish exactly that which is done by the collective player in a casual time. Thus is a waste of effort on behalf of the speedrunner. Put more simply, they are spending their work effort on something that someone else has already done, and done in a way deemed correct by the creator of the artwork. Why do they do this? The answer is obvious if you think about it. The goal is the illusion of speed and desire. Subconscious! To promote radical leftist, borderline communist ideas of how easy work is. Everyone says that speed runs look easy. That is part of the aesthetic. Think about the phrase fully automated luxury communism in the context of speed running, and I fully suggest that things will start to click in your mind. What is happening to the individual in this? The individual accomplishment in speedrunning is to simply waiting for another person to steal your techniques in order to defeat you? Where is there something like intellectual property or patent necessary in the communitarian process? Now, as to the sexual archetype model of the speedrunning generally, if you have any passing familiarity with Jordan Peterson's broader overture of the Jungian philosophy, then you already know where I'm going with this. However, I will say more for the uninitiated. Keep this passage from Maps of Meaning 91 in mind. The archetypal sun continually reconstructs defined territory as the consequence of assimilation of unknown, as a consequence of incestuous, that is sexual, read creative, union with the Great Mother. In other words, there is a connection between sexuality and the creativity that we see through time, as Peterson points out with Tiamat and other examples. In the sexual marketplace, what archetypes are simultaneously deemed the most creative valued highest? The answer is obviously the entrepreneurs like Elon Musk and others. Given that we have evolved in each thing we must do an evolutionary purpose or cause, what archetype is the speedrunner engaged in? Who will accomplish nothing new? They are aiming to make their sexual archetype based upon speed rather than doing things right, and refuse ownership of what few innovations they can provide to their scene, denying the creativity within their own sexual archetype. This is necessarily leftist. The obvious protest would be the glitchless 100% run, which in many ways does aim to play the game as intended, but simply to add the element of speed to location. This objection is ultimately meaningless when one considers how long a game is intended to be played in net by the creators, even under 100% conditions. There is still time and effort wasted for no reason other than the ones I proposed above. By now I'm sure that I have bothered a number of you and rustled quite a few of your feathers. That's the end, by the way. That's the end of the post. That's the end of the post. So that's that. Anyway, I don't know what the fuck any of that means. I don't know what the fuck any of that means. I don't know what the fuck any of that means.